It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are at Wintry First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cleveland Browns. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And his first pass is incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. First carry now for Isaiah Spiller. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10.
Mike 22, Mike 22. I'm coming. I'm coming. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that is incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Mike, 59, 19. Mike, check, 59. Oh, you got deep? Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Watson on third down. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. To throw is Watson. He's going deep for Brown. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Marquise Brown, 46 yards. And the Browns will strike first here, this wild card matchup. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Try to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Watson. Being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
On 4th down, Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
We got 4. We got 4. 70 Ranger.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Myles Garrett, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. In motion right comes Allen. To try again after the sack. Herbert. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7.
26.
Watson now to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
20. Hey, 59. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Watch the end. 24 is down. He's coming. Motion. Here we go, Mike 20. Mike 20. Mike 20. Here we go.
Watson on first down. Got an open man here, and it's KJ Hamler. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
It's just me. 24 is down. He's coming.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Brandon, you know, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
20. Here we go. 4. Here I come.
In motion left goes a tight end. Watson to give. This is Johnson. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Mike 20. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Johnson going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well,
and he takes this one in for a Brown score. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Browns go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. A fairly short kick from the 14. The Charger drive about to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Seibert on for the PAT. And it is now 21-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. A fairly short kick from the 14.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
On Herbert, his third interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Touchdown! David Njoku, 31 yards. And the Browns continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes the score 28-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. The drive starts with a give to Spiller. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
Even. 4 down. Even.
Warrior 70.
Slot man moves right. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Bo Melton, 72 yards. And the Chargers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Patterson back out there to send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Shift. 25. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. 31. Hey, no timeout.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Browns. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Browns are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. A fairly short kick from the 14.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
19 tight. 19 tight.
4 down. Alert.
No street.
The slot man in motion right. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert, he's going to float this over the middle deep. And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
7 Pirates.
Herbert. He's going to take another shot here. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now it's Watson. It's complete to Brown, right side. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
I'm here all day.
Hey,
24.
Mike 20. He runs.
There we go, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. You remember me?
Now Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Fielded right around the 8. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His second touchdown of the night. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position. And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense. On first down, it's Herbert. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball. Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Hey, we got four. We got four down.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And this one is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Herbert. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Again, Herbert. Forced out to his left. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. In motion left comes Williams.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 70 Ranger.
Herbert on first down now. Finding Williams once more, complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Check. Four down.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the official.
A leap, and he's got it. He got it. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Back to throw, Watson. Dancing to his left. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Anthony Schwartz with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Brandon Eccles. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Pulls it in at the 13. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Williams, a man in motion right. On 2nd and 9, Herbert. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's get it. Check 52. Alert. Tighten up. 54. Check.
Watson. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Mike 20. Let him know. 31. Let him know. Alert 3. Hey, switch gears.
Here's Watson. Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Watch out. Mike 20. Mike 54. Oh, yeah. And here we go.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 2nd and 10. Watson flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Slam. Back.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Buying time to his left. No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Right back to Spiller on 2nd down. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
Watch the screen. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Dragon 60. Mike's 22. I'm coming. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. Being chased out left. That is caught. It's Williams. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Yo.
They run behind center with Spiller. And he's got Rome. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. It's a party now.
They'll go right back to Spiller here on 1st down. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Isaiah Spiller A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do go and get more, oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake, because that one might be a little bit on the tense side, the way that this one is turning out.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a first down throw, Watson. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. He'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Check the backer, check the backer.
To throw again, Watson, flush to his right. He'll go up top here for Hamler. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you've got no shot then.
Check Mike 27. 3 buzz, 3 buzz, 3 buzz.
Out of the gun again to Spiller. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go. 60 Bison. Come.
Right back to Spiller on second down. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On 3rd down, it's Spiller. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Right there. All day, baby.
They snap it to Herbert.
Here we go, G.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
Dancing to his left. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Hey, 59.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Hey, 59.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Watch the run.
And Watson's going to throw it here.
Jam, jam.
He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. To throw again on second down. Watson steps away to his left. This is the tight end, Njoku. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that, because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good. But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.